Hey, Sherry with Sherry's World here. So I make it, like I said, to Miami, and I get to the hotel, and my family was out, I think, picking up some more items, things they thought they would need for the cruise. And so they got there. I met them downstairs, and we sat there in a little, like a little restaurant kind of thing that they had there at the hotel, and just talked. And I looked at my sister-in-law, the one that's right below my husband. So it's my husband, her, and then the baby girl. And I said, do the girls know? And she said, no, we haven't said anything. I said, oh, I think I need to let them know. And so I did. And so I told them, everything that I had been diagnosed with, what I had been going through. And I want them to know if I seem a little tired or out of it. I want them to know why. I didn't want to bring them down. I also didn't want them to think that they had to take care of me. I wanted them to know that, hey, I'm good, but if you see me, resting, if I don't participate in every single activity, this is why. And they was like, Auntie, we got you. Everything is fine. We're going to be here for you. And they were. My girls had me. And it was beautiful. And I loved it. That was really the first time we had spent, other than a funeral, that we really spent a lot of time together. These are my in-laws, but they're my sisters. They're my nieces. I don't put in-law on any of that. And oh my goodness. One of the ways in which they showed me they were there for me, I'm going to have to tell you in another video because it's going to take too long, but I will start it here. I didn't do the wheelchair services for the cruise, and I should have. Oh my God, I should have. But I was hanging in there. I was doing pretty good. But the lines, they got longer. We were in it longer than I expected to be. And so by the time we got there, I said, yeah, I guess I need the wheelchair. But we found out I would have to go back outside to get the wheelchair. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not going back through that. So I was going to walk through myself, and we started. And then someone said, do you need a wheelchair? I said, yeah. I said, but they said I had to go back outside for it. So I'm going to try to make it. And I did. We were able to walk up to the area we need to sit in. And so I did that part. And then the line was long. I said, because we need to go ahead and make sure we got the money on our, sell and sign card with cruising with Carnival. And so my baby girl, the birthday girl, she said, you sit here, Auntie. I'm going to stand in line for you. And, I went over. Okay. Well, I'm just going to finish the story and cut it up later. So she stood there for me, and I sat there, and I was also trying to take care of someone that I do virtual admin work for. But he could hear. He was like, okay, this is it. Hang up the phone. You're officially on vacation. Don't try to take care of me. Take care of you. Get the rest you need on the cruise. And I said, okay, cool. So I hung up with him, and then I hear her saying, hey, signaling for me to come up. So I come up, but by the time I walked from where I was sitting to the front part to meet her at the front of the line, I felt like I was about to pass out. I was like, this is ridiculous. Why am I so tired? And because I made sure I ate, that morning before we left the hotel, but I guess that didn't matter. But anyway, everybody could see that I was probably 2 minutes from, passing out. So nobody said anything about me skipping them in the line. And I leaned on the counter. And the lady was like, are you all right? I said, yes, ma'am, I'm just tired. And all of them chimed in for me. She needs a wheelchair. And so they started trying to call for one. They saw the guy who normally pushes most of the people. He's like, I got 2 more people ahead of her. They said, that's fine. Just bring her a chair. So it still took another 30 minutes or so before someone came with the chair. And at least I was able to sit. Now, I felt bad for them because they stayed with me. Because I was like, y'all go ahead. They'll push me on when it's my time. Like, no, Auntie, we're not leaving you. And they didn't. They could have been on the ship probably about 11:30 noon. We all got on probably around 2. That's how long all that process took. But I know they love me. I knew they loved me, but I know they love me. Just based on everything that we endured, getting up to that point. So finally able to get on the ship and everything. We got something to eat. And then I went to lay down because we had late dinner. I think 8 o'clock was our dinner time. So I went to take a quick nap so I could get a little rest. And that's pretty much how that part went. But I was determined to be on that cruise. I missed our 2 port stops because I just felt it best for me not to try to strain myself that way. And they agreed when they got back. They said, until we walked so long on one of these parts, she said you wouldn't have made it. So I'm glad I stayed on the ship. But yeah, all of that was going on. But got more to share.